Hey, patrons, it is Sean, and we are about to get you some wisdom for your week to come from my Five Chinese Elements Oracle. I absolutely love so many of the different Eastern philosophies. Some people like to think of them as religions, but most of them are not religious in nature. They're just philosophies for living. And I adore this deck. So I thought you might enjoy getting some wisdom from a very, very, very ancient and wise culture through this card. Now, as normal, I will pick a card for you. I will give you the channel messages that come through. But I do want to say, I have a feeling that I will probably also break out the guidebook for this one with you guys as well, because of the fact that there's just so much treasure in it. Let me say that better. That's very fantastical talk. It's there's just so again wisdom in the book because of the author's connection to China. She herself is Chinese, and to her connection to the various philosophies of China. I believe, if I recall correctly, this deck is actually rooted in or inspired by, I want to say it is Taoism and not Buddhism, but don't quote me on that. She might actually be using, ideas from many of the philosophies, even Confucianism, right? And just like last week, I want to say I hope you can hear me fine. It is super hot right now in Los Angeles, and so I have my bedroom AC on as I'm taping. So hopefully, and I am deliberately talking right into the mic, so you might be hearing a lot of like mouth sounds and plosives and things like that. Sorry, because it's closer to my mouth than normal, but I wanted to make sure you could hear me fine. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Wisdom for you for this upcoming week. Let's find out what wisdom will serve. Oh, hello. Did you see that? Serve you well for this upcoming week. So, we have Earth Ox, one with the universe. Okay, this is definitely bringing to mind, or rather, not even bringing to mind, but I'm getting to remind you that, again, you're not alone. This has come up recently in another one of your readings here in Patreon. All right, remembering that you are connected. One thing to remember is that we are all connected to everybody else. Every conscious, every sentient being, we are all connected. All right, some would even take it so far as to say we're even connected to those things that are inanimate, because all things are energy and we all come from the one great energy. Some call it source, some call it God, but we're all pieces of that energy. We are that energy in human form. And having a sense of yourself as being one with the universe can help you not feel, A, number one, alone, and B, number two, in conflict with life as a concept or your exact life in this moment with whatever you are going to be experiencing this week. I do feel as though there might be conflict energies coming through from other people, that you might be presented with more than one opportunity to get into a fight or an argument with someone, or many someones, to the point where it makes you feel somewhat isolationist, as though it's you against them, or a you against the world kind of energy or attitude. And there is a lack of understanding there. Okay, what I'm getting is there will be a situation, possibly many, depending on what's going on in your astrology signs right now and what's going on in the planets right now. So you can have this on the scale of just one situation, or you might find it popping up in many situations. Oftentimes when we find a conflict, or find conflicts popping up in many different areas of our life, or many different situations in our life, it's actually a good thing, because it's indicative of the fact that we have changed. We have grown or healed in some way. We are no longer what we were when we created those situations and those relationships. And so what happens, because of our own evolution, is it all starts to feel wrong, or it all starts to present us with conflict. So you might have something like that going on, where it's, coming from the sense of your own personal growth and healing. You might have it happening because of, again, what's happening astrologically for you. And it just might be a time where you have to deal with a bunch of shit, right? Or you might be lucky and it's just the one thing this week, one situation or one relationship where you feel out of sorts with what the dominant mindset is. Okay, so dominant mindset, if it's a group setting, it would be the majority think one way, but you happen to feel differently. If it's a one-on-one situation, the dominant mindset would be that the other person feels as though they are in the right, not in the way that we all typically feel like we're individually in the right, but from a standpoint of maybe that's how y'all have always done things before, or how what you had agreed upon at some point, or their way is the norm, or they think they're smarter than you, or whatever. Okay, so feeling out of alignment with the dominant energy this week is going to come up for you, and by remembering that you are one with the universe, you will be able to not coast through this, but ride this wave quickly to get on the other side of conflict sooner rather than later. If you dig your heels in, if you try to push for your way, your agenda, or even just to be understood or heard, it's going to keep the energy of conflict going for longer, because when we push against something, we are creating conflict. However, if you instead just let it be the way it is, I see it this way, they see it another way, and not try to get them on your side or even hear and acknowledge your viewpoint, even if you're 100% right, you will be in alignment with what is. And that is reflective of you being at one with the universe. Or it's I don't know if it's reflective or if it will lead to. Either way, you will be in line with the universe if you are not out of sorts, if you're not in conflict with what is before you in this time and at this time. And what I'm getting to is for you to know that this is not something where you are in any kind of danger. It's not a situation where your guidance is, just go with the flow of this situation where you're being treated poorly. No, this definitely has the energy of a difference of opinion, to the extent of making you feel like some sort of an outsider or outlier in this environment or with these people. I am going to go ahead and grab the book just to round out some of the messaging here for you. So hold on one second. And keeping in mind that you are one with the universe, there's also a reminder in that so is the other person, so are the other people. And so all of these things are part of what is at this time. There is room for both these things to exist at once. All right. Kind of like a lion and the lamb situation. The lion and the lamb are both on the earth. One is not better than the other. Okay, so it says here, Earth Ox, one with the universe. The Earth Ox pillar contains generosity, kindness, and harmony. Yin Earth in both the heavenly frequency and the earthly frequency represents guidance from heaven and support from Earth. The Ox, a Yin Earth sign associated with the planet Saturn, builds strength through perseverance and discipline. So it's like, yes, keep going, even though things are feeling rocky, they don't look good. You keep plodding. At no point did I feel, and I'm sorry if I didn't say this clearly, that your guidance here was to go along to get along. No. You don't have to come alongside their thinking. You don't have to adopt their thinking. It's just that don't push against it right now. Earth is also the element associated with the center. In traditional Chinese medicine, there are 3 energy centers in the body. The lower dantian, located below the navel, is closely related to the gut. The middle dantian, located at the center of the chest, is what many of us refer to as the heart center. And the upper dantian relates closely to the third eye. When the 3 centers are aligned, we experience not only a feeling of peace and calm, but also a state of oneness with the universe. Clarity comes effortlessly when we are centered. Allowing yourself to stay centered is what will help you not be in conflict, or rather, not being in conflict with them is what will help you stay centered. It's actually that second one more so. This card is a reminder for you to return to your center whenever you feel like you're losing your focus. You've been patiently working toward your dreams and creating a solid foundation for abundance. Your resilience and dedication have been noticed by your allies and mentors who can guide you further on the path. Keep doing the work and trust that support will be there when needed. Your message from heaven is stay in your center to keep your connection to Mother Earth strongly emphasized in this pillar with Yin Earth in both the heavenly frequency and animal sign. Practices that engage the mind, body, and spirit, such as dance, and that's not me editorializing, it literally says in the book, such as dance, Tai Chi, yoga, and martial arts, will help bring alignment to the three energy centers. You know what? There's this great channel on YouTube for Qigong practices. Qigong is similar to Tai Chi, and I would 100% guess that that would also be included on this list that the author here gave us, had she not had to, maybe she hates Qigong, maybe, but maybe she just had to, edit it for length. But it's similar to doing yoga, similar to doing Tai Chi, but different. Like with yoga, you have to get on the ground, and I know that can be hard for some people. Tai Chi, you do not have to get on the ground, and Qigong, you don't either. I will try to remember to link in the description box of this post. I will give you a link to that channel. If I don't remember, if you listen to this and you're like, Sean, I don't see a link, type that to me, and that will remind me to go get it for you, okay? And then your message from the earth, still reading from the guidebook here, your message from the earth says, when we are aligned, what we say, feel, think, and do are in harmony. Keep your centers aligned and connected to earth by living in truth. And that's all you need to know. If you can remember that you are one with the universe, you don't have to prove anything about yourself to anybody else. Not only do you not have to prove anything, you don't have to get them to see you in any light either, okay? 100% just do you the way you do, and that is you being in alignment, and also the acceptance of what is at this time, keeping in mind that everything changes, nothing stays the same. All right, I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.